Alright, you guys, so here I am back in the lab, and today I'll need to do a PCR. My primers just arrived from the supplier. This is from Eurogentech, for example, and I just realized that at the beginning I didn't know how to reconstitute primers. What I mean by that, these are the primers right here, and usually you get them freeze-dried. I don't know if I can get it to focus, but as you can see, there is absolutely no water here. You need to add some water or your buffer of preference to these primers. So how much water you need to add? What I personally do, first of all, I'm gonna make a stock concentration. The primers usually come with this with data sheets, and on the data sheet file they usually tell you how much water or buffer you need to add to get to a specific concentration. I like to do my stock concentration of 100 micromolars. So as you can see here, for this particular primer, I'll need to add 458 microliters of buffer. But the data sheets, of course, is going to tell you everything you need to know about the primer. It's going to give you the sequence, it's going to give you the exact quantity of the primer and the molecular mass and so on. But what happens if you don't get this? The good news is you still can work out the exact amount of water to add, because on the flask itself, if you can see, it's gonna give you the exact quantity of the primer. So for example, this one is 602 micrograms. So that equals to 52.3 nanomoles. So let's say this is your flask with the freeze-dried primer. First of all, you need to add water, PCR grade water or a buffer, to get a stock concentration of 100 micromolar. This you do by just adding 10 microliters of water for every 1 nanomole. So, for example, I have a quantity of 55.3 nanomoles as stated on the flask itself, so I'll need to add 523 microliters of water to get to a concentration of 100 micromolar. This is my stock solution. This I'm gonna keep in the freezer long term. To get a working concentration, what I'm gonna need to do is I'm gonna take 10 microliters of this stock concentration, and I'm gonna mix it with 90 microliters of PCR grade water, or of course the buffer that I'm using, right? And this working solution, which is gonna be 10 micromolars now, I'm gonna use for my PCR reaction. So this is the actual solution I'm gonna pipette in my PCR reaction, because I don't know if you noticed this, in the protocol, in the polymerase protocol itself, mainly it's gonna ask you to pipette a concentration of 10 micromolars. Right, so right now let's get to the exact procedure. It's gonna be a simple one, and hopefully this will be helpful for you, as it would have been for me at the beginning.